Welcome. This is another optics theory debate. I'm Andras.
Hello, my name is Taylor.
Today we're going to answer perhaps a little bit more difficult question that we often receive from our customers, and that is whether the red dot is a scope.
Well, we already have a lot of videos which we explain the differences in use, how the red dot is used best and how the rifle scope is used best and what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages and so on. But this simple question asks for a simple answer, and this is no. A red dot sight is not a dot. A red dot sight is not a scope. So if we put this aside, we can still go a little bit deeper into details. So what defines a scope itself, that it's a scope and not a red dot sight? Can we go a little bit through all
I
the
think that
features?
the most important thing is magnification.
Yeah.
All the dots, or at least most of them, operate at 1x magnification. With some of them we have a little bit of distorted image, and
They say that's 100
Point something.
point something of
Yeah.
magnification, but in
But
reality it's not.
you
a
get the point,
magnification. It's a distortion. You get the image a little bit bigger, but it's not intentionally made magnification.
with scopes we of course have magnification. If it starts at 1x, it's usually variable, and it can
Yeah.
go all the way up to 4 to 6.
Or even more, yeah.
Or even more, yeah.
And the scope in its construction has an objective lens and has an eyepiece lens and quite a few lenses in between.
Yes.
This is again something what red dot sights lack, and has a reticle, a true reticle, not a LED diode which projects its light to a surface and then bounces off to your eye, like the red dot does. It has a reticle which is physically inserted inside of the scope, and it basically blocks the light so that you see the reticle.
Also, some things that come on a scope are usually the diopter compensation, which we cannot find on a red dot. But other than this, I think that this is
That's basically
basically it. So yeah, we
With
have
the red dot sight. If we take the reflex sights, are the most, I would say, ideal to explain this. So you only have one single lens which reflects the LED diode light.
Yeah, and the lens is always curved so that you
and
can
tilted.
and tilted so that you can move your head and still see the reflection of the dot, because it bounces into your eye.
Yeah, and it doesn't have a physical reticle. It just, on this surface, the light bounces back to, well, it reflects back to your eye, and you're able to see the red dot, and it's floating around. When you're moving your head, the dot is floating.
That's why manufacturers often refer to this as unlimited eye relief or even unlimited eye box, right?
Again, something really different compared to the scopes. With scopes you have those 8-9 centimeters behind and a really small eye box where you need to put your eye inside to see the image.
If you move too far away, you will not see the image.
Yeah, you lose
Or
the image.
The black screen.
And what is also true is that with rifle scopes you have limited field of view. With red dot sights it's not really a field of view, it's just a glass, and that's it. You don't have a field of view. You can use both eyes and you see everything.
You can still see the surroundings that are not seen through the lens.
It is true that some red dot sights are enclosed, so they have also glasses on other surfaces so that everything is enclosed and protected against environmental elements, but still the basic function is the same. Yeah,
they don't have any specific role other than protect the interior of the red dot, right?
And even with, let's say, this Hunter model from Aimpoint, honestly speaking, I think that this model is guilty for all the questions we receive if a red dot sight is a scope, because it looks like a scope, but it's not. It's enclosed housing, but the functions are completely the same.
And the principle of how it works is the same as with all red dot sights. The diode basically reflects from the lens to your eye.
And all of this come with one-time magnification, which means that they don't magnify the image at all. So it's completely the same like looking with your bare eye. Okay, I think we covered everything. Check our other videos where we go through the advantages of rifle scopes compared to wide-angle rifle scopes compared to the red dot sights.
And also on some videos we compare them against prism scopes, which are, I would say, somewhere in between the red dot and the scope.
Yeah, basically it's a scope.
A hybrid.
Yeah, but still they're a scope. Prism scopes are scopes, red dot sights are red dot sights, and they do work completely different than scopes. And you see it immediately when you look through it. Because unlimited eye box is something that no scope can achieve. I hope we covered everything, yeah?
I hope we did. If you have any questions, drop them below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, and see you next time. Take care.
See you next time. Bye.